welcome and thank you for joining an episode of Catching Up with Carter. This is his second season on Spotify, and he plans on making this season just as exciting as the last. For any business inquiries such as show sponsorship, content, commercial production, or anything else, please contact Carter at catchingupwithcarter@gmail.com. That's catchingupwithcarter@gmail.com. Now, get ready for your show in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, what's up? Hello, and welcome to an episode of Catching Up with Carter right here on Spotify and Anchor, and you can find me on Instagram as well as YouTube. Look for the Catch Up Bottle, my friends. So, I have another exciting interview. I love all my interviews, as you know. If you've listened, if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for letting me be the one that gets to entertain you for a little while. Hopefully, I do a good job. So, I love competition of so many kinds, right? And I've been very lucky to do some play-by-play and in sports as well as for football and basketball. And I've also done some commentating with MMA competition in Rockford, Illinois, called the Rocktown Showdown. I actually love the commercial I made for that. But anyway, one person already is Jimmy the Brick Flick, who is a UFC MMA fighter. And that's what brings us to this interview. Is I found somebody on Instagram, like I always do, and I saw a lot of her like working out videos and stuff, and she's a very pretty, independent black girl that knows how to work out, right? But then I found videos where she's knocking the living shit out of people in the boxing ring. This girl, man, what? I would be afraid to be the person to try to go for this one's spouse or try to rob her, walk into her car, because you get knocked the fuck out. And man, so I'm gonna be interviewing a female boxer out of Ohio, Ariana Juniel, and I can't wait. In a few moments, we'll be right back with female fighter boxer Ariana Juniel. And I have some questions for this girl. Hope she's ready. All right, be right back. Come here. Hey, yeah, you. Come here. Listen, I know that you know that guy, you know the guy. The guy that came out this last year back after 10 years, and now he's back. He's been back for 53 plus episodes, and 2024 is gonna be better. But listen, he works hard, this guy. They call him Carter. You know him. You remember his name. Anyway, I remember. Listen, Carter, he's looking for that content. So if you know a guest, or you're a guest, you're somebody that knows about a hobby or a crazy cool story or something just out of this world that other people should know about, he wants to know. Quit holding out. Hit him up an email, please, as soon as you can, at catchingupwithcarter@gmail.com. And don't mess up, there's no G in it. I know, he can't spell. catchingupwithcarter@gmail.com. Just send him an email. We want 2024 to be better. So let's get this content to us, okay? catchingupwithcarter@gmail.com. All right, back to the show. Welcome back, everybody. I have female boxer Ariana Juniel on the phone. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. I was telling you through Messenger on the Instagram that I watched a couple videos of you where you were knocking the shit out of some people.
Yes, I have a really good right hand on me.
Well, you know what? And there's some I see you don't play around. Like some boxers, I've been watching fights for a long time, male and female, and it seems like a lot of people do that thing where you like, you know, you kind of dance around the ring, but you go right in.
Mm-hmm. Dancing ain't fun unless I need to catch a 2-second breath. If I ain't trying to catch a breath, I'm ready to tussle.
You're right. So tell me about you, Ariana. Like, where does boxing begin? When did you start getting into fighting?
All right, I started getting into fighting. It's crazy because I literally have a crazy story for this, right? All right, you ready?
Let's hear it. Yeah, hell yeah.
I was a freshman, and I got into a fight with a short girl, but she was fat. She just had way more weight than me. That's all I know, and I've been the same size all my life. So when I went to go fight the girl, I was too prepared. Like scarf on the head, the shirts and the hoodies, I had my thumbs tucked in. It was just I was too prepared. So me being too prepared for the fight, it backfired. And the girl ended up sitting on me in the snow. And it was snow outside. So I was like, yeah, never again. I said never again. After that, I started training. And nobody messing with me. Literally, ain't nobody messing with me after that.
I will not get sat on again.
Man.
Damn. So whatever happened, can I ask whatever happened to that girl? Did you guys end up being cool or not?
Yes, we're actually cool to this day. And actually, I honestly thank her for the fight because I wouldn't be into this fight and stuff like I am right now, probably.
That is random. I love that story, though. Mm-hmm. Did you ever go round 2?
Oh, yeah. I tried to go. It's crazy because I tried to go round 2 that same week. And we fought on like a Monday. And I tried to fight her again on a Friday. But her friends or whatever was scared for me to fight her again. And then nobody wanted me to fight her again. I was like, all right, whatever. And at the time, it was an ex-girlfriend. But I was trying to break up with her. But she wasn't. She was trying to talk stuff. And I don't know how to argue. So I was just like, you know what? Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? Like, girl, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. But yeah, first high school fight, and I was like, never again. And yeah. How
many high school fights have you had?
1, 2. But one was outside of school. Well, they were both outside of school. Yeah, just 2.
So what'd you do? Okay, so you're like, all right, I'm not going to lose this fight. What did you do from that point to get into fighting? Or do you have fighters in your family as well, or no?
Yes, my dad. He actually used to box. He came from Golden Gloves a couple times back in his prime.
Nice.
And I see it now. I got my daddy's activity personality. But I look like my mom.
It's probably a good thing, right? I don't know. No, I don't mean no harm, sir.
No, that's the thing though. Everybody says that shit on my dad's side and stuff. And it's like, man, good thing you look like your mama, Rudy, because your daddy. I was like, oh god.
That's crazy that his whole family says that. Damn, I hope he's not listening. I'm kidding, sir. Don't come after me. I know you got Golden Gloves.
Right, no. That's fine. We take up fights after you. It's okay.
So you got like you were born and raised in Ohio then?
Yep.
So where? Okay, I have a random question that's very important for me to find the answer for. I have not got the answer. I'm sure I could Google it, but what does down in Ohio, swag in Ohio mean?
Say it one more time.
What does down in Ohio, swag in Ohio mean?
What does it mean? Because in 2 different ways, it can go from. It could go from. I need color, just like the weather down here. So
I don't know. I was just been curious. I heard my stepson says it all the time, and I'm like, what does that even mean, man? But okay, Ohio. So where'd you go? What was your first gym you started at?
I started at I went to Drake's gym, but I only went there just to see if they were taking in people and stuff. And at the time, I did not have like $10 a day to like just keep going.
Right.
And I was in school still, so I wasn't even working yet or nothing. And I found Day in Metro Boxing, and they were on Salem at the time next to Deja Vu. So I went there, and I literally, that's another crazy part too. So I'm like, Mom, can you take me to this gym? I'm like, I really want to start fighting. She looked at me crazy and was like, what? Ariana, you want to start fighting? She was like, girl, bye. And she literally just, turned back to her TV, watch her little TV shows. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. So I got my gym bag, and I got a water bottle. Yeah, I started walking. I probably walked from, it was a nice little distance for sure. It was probably a good 30-minute walk that I took to just get to the gym because my mom would not take me. Not for the death, though. That's my baby. But she just, she don't want to see her baby fighting.
Right. I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, but I'm like, I know I want to get into this. I know, and I was wrestling before this, so I was like, I know I can take a hit. I know I can take a hit. I was just throwing around girls and shit for fun, so I can take a hit. So I walk all the way over there. I'm sweating balls, and I get there, and I'm like, where's the coach? I'm dying. And he's like, you walked all the way home from your house? I was like, yes, I walked all the way home from my house. I walked all the way here from my house. I was like, I want to sign up. When can I start? He was like, fill this out and we can get you started right now. And I'm like, okay. And after that, since then, I've been locked in with my gym. Only reason why I thought about going to another gym was to take up another martial art. But other than that, I never think about switching my gyms.
I was gonna ask you.
Travel.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was one of my questions because I asked you. Also, I don't know. For some reason, I thought you did both. Is that something you've considered? Is to go MMA as well? Then.
I want to try kickboxing first because I actually have a fighter that is into kickboxing, but she damaged her foot supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Right. I say supposedly, but then again, I'm a little hard headed, so I probably would still took the fight. And my toe was hurt. I think her toe was bruised or sprained or something. But then again, your feet are important because you got to move around. But she did this a week before the fight. I probably would have still took the fight because I'm hard-headed like that.
Right.
But then again, hard-headed gonna make it soft ass. So you gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay that she didn't come.
Right.
So but she was a kickboxer, and but that's the thing though. If you kickbox, you can box because you just ain't gotta use your feet. But on my end, that was a long jump because if I throw a kick the wrong way, I might be done for it. And then I really got to sit out for 6 months or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to do all of that.
No.
So I want to train in kickboxing before mixed martial arts is anything. And then I feel like my MMA is like the graduation.
Right.
I feel like that's you know, as much as I love boxing, UFC, and with MMA, that is way more contact than boxing. You know what I'm saying? So elbows and knees and all types of stuff being thrown at you than just taking a straight up fist.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I was telling my friend's kid because he just had to defend himself. He kept getting picked on by this little punk ass kid at school, and he warned him and warned him and warned him and warned him and warned his dad and talked to the principal and nothing. And dude kicked him in the shin. He took off his chain and he threw like 6-7 punches and knocked this dude on the floor. But I was telling him though, I said, man, you know, these young cats now, most people are putting their kids through MMA classes, and it's so good to know how to grapple. Go ahead, yeah.
No, that's the thing though. Like younger parenting right now is kind of like at a 5.
Right.
Sorry to say, but most people parenting are at like a number 5 out of 10.
Right.
So I will be putting my kids through all types of training too because I'm not gonna. My mama might not be there, so you protect and defend yourself in the right ways possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, I'm white and you're black, and I'm very big on Black Rights Matter. I mean, me and my fiance, we're really big on teaching equality 1,000%. I swear to God. And so. The thing is, you also have to, as somebody of color, you have to always be ready to protect yourself because there's so much racism and crazy shit. This just happened in my hometown, Rockford, Illinois. There was a young black kid. He was a good kid. He just graduated high school on the basketball team. Very smart. He was just stocking the shelf. And some dude got let out of the psych ward. And he came in there and he found a knife off of the shelf in one of the, cooking section. And literally came up and took this dude's life for no reason. And I guess because the person that rejected him for not having insurance was of color. But what does that have to do with this poor kid? You know what I mean? That shit enrages me. And you have to always be ready. Because unfortunately, still to this day, I see it all the time. I hate it. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not. There's a lot of things. Right. There's a lot of things I stand for. And I don't know. So you have to always do that, and I love that you're doing that too. You know, I was thinking when you said your mom was, worried about you fighting, but I'm like, it could be worse. She could be wanting to be like a Marine right now.
Right, and it's cool you said the Marine. My dad is so big because I have a brother that's a Marine and I got a sister that's in the Army. So my dad, he'd throw it up every now and then, like, Rudy, you might as well just go to the Army. Rudy, you might as well just go to the Army. On my end, I mean, that's scary because first of all, I'm going to be around people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's real government stuff. Like, I would just hate to come across the wrong thing or something might happen to me and they tell my family another story, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that.
Right.
And I'm a woman at that too. Like, women get raped here and there and all types of stuff. I'm scared to even just... Yeah, because I have a very likable personality, so just imagine being around a bunch of men and
yeah, but you got that right hook though, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
That's what I said in my intro. I said I hate to be the person that tries to like get you like walk into your car from the gym or crosses your path.
telling myself, I can't wait to see the day I have to take on like 2 girls or maybe 3 because I already done seen so many steams in my head of boom, 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 and then I push that one, then I go to the next one, boom, 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 boom.
I mean, it never goes down that way, though. It never goes down that way.
Until I gotta fight 2 at once.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I say you can plan as much as you want. It always something comes up, man. I swear.
Always.
And what I'm getting
trying to take me out anyway. So. What
I also admire about you is that you're down to throw down. And what's scary about a lot of younger people, no matter what their color is everybody's just pulling pistols. And I'm like, man, come on. Man, I'm 42, so that was never even a thing. It was always, I'll catch you outside, player. But now it's like, you losing a fight and not just like that kid I told you about that fought that kid in school. The next day, 3 other kids sent him messages on TikTok or whatever, threatening to come shoot him because their cousin got whooped like for shit that he was doing, and that's the type of stuff you got to watch. And this dude's Puerto Rican, so this is a white community. So he's just like you. He's a minority. You know what I mean? And
that is crazy.
Yeah, and that dude. I never understood that. That's
what I'm saying. Like the younger generation, I'm glad I'm barely made it out. You understand?
Right.
I barely made it out of that generation because I'm still young, but I'm not on that type of immaturity, young stuff. Because I learned, don't play with your life. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's already quick to lose it, so why play with it?
Right.
So I don't think kids really know that nowadays because they ain't really had no real love. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's just so important. I swear, you see a lot. This world's crazy. What was I gonna ask? Dang, I was gonna ask you a good question.
Conversation getting too juicy.
What's that?
That conversation getting too juicy.
Yeah, I love it. I love raw. That's why when you asked me for your questions, I was like, well, I'll give you a couple, but I'm not gonna tell you everything because I got so much to ask you. I really do, and I'm very appreciative of your time. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Since you talked about MMA would be the graduation, there's a couple other things I've been seeing that caught my attention lately. What are your thoughts on power slap and the pillow fighting?
I would do pillow fighting before the power slap. I watch power slap and that shit. Woo. Woo.
Yeah.
I salute people that do that because, and then not even that. I wonder. It literally questions me like, how much do they get paid for that? Because that's just straight up trauma to the head. Like.
Yeah. Not that much. Not that much. I looked it up. I can't remember what it was. And I'm salty because I emailed a dude and got a hold of a guy, Brian Ellis, but it was right. And Brian Ellis is a beast. His video is crazy. The one where he makes this dude straight knock out and hit the podium. It was crazy in slow motion. I'm like, oh my God, that hurt me. But anyway, I was going through a split and some crazy stuff, and I could not do the interview, and I feel so bad because he's really good. Mm-hmm. But whatever. So I just won. I was curious because those things are like the new fads that are coming up. That I just saw pillow fighting. I'm like, are you for real right now?
Man, but that's I actually watched a couple of them. The pillow fighting and the crazy tag stuff where they be running around the obstacles and tagging each other. All of that stuff is crazy. I couldn't survive in tag. I could survive in hide and seek. Oh Lord. Tagging the slap. I might have to pass that up. But pillow fighting, I'ma
go. Okay, so let's go to your fighting and all this stuff. How many fights have you been in that are, in the ring or whatever?
Let's see. Underground. I started with the underground fights first, and I want to say I'm like 6-0-2. 6-0-2. Yeah, because I ain't never had no knockout. I was real close to knockouts. I usually daze my opponents, but they ain't never really went all the way down. But I feel like if I keep on working on my cleaner punches. That's the thing, though. I don't watch all my fights, and up to now, oh my God, I love the process. And from my old fights to right now, the one that I just had too, my punches are cleaning them up.
They're coming.
Yeah, they're looking a lot cleaner because I used to swing wild because I was doing so many underground fights, and I would just do getting their street fights. So I would just fight street fight style. But now that I actually had my first amateur. And I got to fight a fighter that was calm and gonna fight calm too. I'm not worried about her wailing and wailing and stuff, so it was good. But that's the thing though, I learned maybe that's just me, and I come from like underground fighting, so I'm real okay with the aggressive fighting.
Right.
So when I fight aggressive, or maybe I just ran into like a calm fighter right now. I don't know, but I feel like I really do apply pressure out of most of the fights that I do. Like I'll warm up the first round, take a hit or two, see what they're working with, and then once I get comfortable, I start to do this little bounce. Like I really feel like I'm in a fighting game, and I do a little bounce. Once I start bouncing, I am comfortable. There's no stopping me. I'm comfortable. I'm not shy. I'm not nervous. Nothing that. I'm ready to just 1-2, and then once I get close enough, I start hooking and going crazy.
I love that. I love that explanation because the fact, just so you opponents out there know, the fact that she uses the first round just to study you. Like, she's not even really fighting. She's just paying attention to your style to learn it and therefore beat you is nuts. I think that's so hot. I think that's so cool you explained it that way.
But and I feel like most fighters probably get down like that. You know, of course, you want to study out the first round. But then again, sometimes fighters be like, I want to take you out the first round. And I don't want this to go past the second round.
That's true.
But then again, it depends on the certain fighter or the event, the people. Because, you know, if you go to a certain gym, they might not like take it personal if you try to win on their turf. So you might have to take it out the first round. You know, you might have to show your ass the first round, second round, because you don't want them to even think about giving it to the next person, because it just goes to show that like you really just put in the work. Like there's nothing that you can even subside to make it seem like they won. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to go in and take it.
Right.
And, yeah.
Well, that I was thinking because you mentioned about street fighting and that in the underground, and I'm like watching how you fought. That to me, or at least to a couple of them I watched, that's what it reminds me of. You look like a street fighter, which is a positive. I mean, like you said, you had to kind of reel it in a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's your benefit because it's life or death when you're fighting in the streets. So you know you got to win it fast, and you have to have the stamina. And dude, your punches. I don't know how many you throw within like 10 seconds, but it's nuts. I swear, like I am not cheating on you. Like no way, your ass getting broke. Like hell no.
And I remember one time I had to go down to Louisville, if I'm saying that correctly. Oh Lord, Louisville,
yeah.
And we actually did like a little over the live, what was it, a press conference kind of thing.
Nice.
And that's the thing though. I'm a nice fighter. I'm very humble. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm aggressive in the fucking ring, so I'm gonna be humble outside of it. But I was being nice to the girl. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we gonna see if I can take her out the first, second round, whatever. They wanted us to talk shit, but I really mean that. I don't know how to talk shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna take her out the first round or the second round, blah, blah, blah. She was like, you ever been knocked out before? I said, babe, you gotta touch my chin first. I don't think you're right. So I'm like, okay, now she wanna get a little spicy. I'm like, okay, start it. And she was saying her family gonna be there, her mom was gonna be there.
Who gives a shit?
I ain't gonna lie, that made me so excited. It was like, when she said her mom was gonna be there, it was like, if somebody told me my mom was gonna be there, so I'm like, shit, I can't get beat up in front of my mom.
Right.
Man, I ended up doing that girl in front of her mom. Oh my God.
Well, I was gonna say that's a double-sided sword. I was gonna say not only is what you said you were not gonna lose in front of your mom, but it also is more because here's this person talking shit, and then you get whooped. Then they get whooped in front of their mom. You're like, the win is sweet, but the fact that happened adds the sugar. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's like a Sour Patch Kid. It really is. It's a Sour Patch Kid moment. Oh Lord. Because I'm at the talking, and then it's like, once you really get in the ring, you really got to turn everything off. You got to turn everything off. And I was just having a talk with my coach last night. He was like, it's not about how strong you is. It's not about how fast you is. It's your mental, Ariana. So when you get in that ring, you start fighting out. You got to start fighting smart. So, you know your jabs and your 1-2s, and you know you strong. So when you get inside, really just work your body and remember to step to the side for me, to just use your brain. And I was like, you right. And it makes sense because like when I put it to the bag, or when I was stepping in the ring and I shadow box and do the same shit they said, it makes sense. And I just be like, damn, I can't wait till I fight again. Because I get to try it. And then when I actually try it and I do it, and I see that my opponent, you feel me, they're not locked in on it because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I love that. It's like damn, I actually did it. You know what I'm saying? I actually did it. And then I used to watch the boys fight at my gym. I used to watch them fight. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait till I get a fight. They get little trophies around the neck, trophies, medals and stuff. I'm like, dang, I can't wait. Man, when I tell you I cried my first amateur fight because I won. Because I gave out the last round. I started to give out. I started to get tired. I started throwing up. And I got like it's like an anxiety thing for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hyperventilate. So when I hyperventilated, I was wanting to gag. And then I started to throw up. But it's like I didn't even eat that much either that day. I had like a salad and some fruit. But I don't be knowing what exactly to eat still to this day behind the match. But I'm working on it. Next time we going to try strictly fruits. No greens, nothing leafy. I'm just gonna go with straight fruit because I should be fine off of that. But
that is crazy.
The girl that I just fought, it was Ali Streaker. The last round, I got tired, and I seen me getting tired. Like I was starting to just push her off of me. Like when we get tied up, I just want to push her off. And I wasn't doing that the first and second round. When she get in, I was working her. Boom, 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 boom. And she'll start to swim. And I mean, I don't know if you know what swimming is, but swimming is where you just got your arms out. You ain't swinging, you just kind of stuck and your arms. Yeah. So I'm starting to catch her swim. So I'm working the bodybuilding. And that last round came out, it was like the 30 seconds. You know, after the second round, you get your 30 seconds or whatever. When I tell you that 30 seconds felt like 10 to me, oh my God. And it was like I literally had to go into overdrive. I was like, all right, Ariana, gonna have to get mean, like get mean. But then it was like when I was trying to get mean, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm tired. It was like, nah, fuck that, you're not tired. I was trying to tell myself like, you're not tired. Just deep breaths. And then it was like when I was literally going to go take the deep breath, I felt a little better. So I was like, all right, you fine. It's really a mental thing when you fight. And I swear it's a mental thing because when she started to apply pressure, when she knew I was tired and I knew I was tired, it was like, all right, it kind of felt like a video game. When you get your shield cracked and the whole team start to press on you, you got to go into overdrive. You got to just go. You just got to go. I don't care how. And then that's another thing too. I tell myself every time it's just another fight. You will be able to walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? You won't be here forever. Just do what you got to do. Do what you came here for. Treat her like the bag. That's what I be telling myself too. Treat your opponent like that bag.
I love your drive. It is so hot. I will be honest. I love it. Man, I'd hate to fight you, but that's So what are your goals then? Are you a professional boxer? How does this work? Try to help me out.
I am currently this year working up my amateur fights. So 2025, late 2025, early 2026, I would be shooting for pro.
Can it come earlier?
If I rack up the fights fast enough and I feel like if the training falls through, because I ain't gonna lie, trying to work and keep money in your pocket and training,
it's tough.
Oh, Lord, it's tough. That's a tough cookie, but I ain't gonna lie. I might sell my soul for a 6 to 2 p.m.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
But if they can, that's another thing too. I just tell myself is discipline. So if I manage and save my money up and do this and that and strictly train, don't hang out too much, you know what I'm saying? Just can't really kick it with everybody. That's really about it. That's my problem because I'm so outgoing, very outgoing. So whether it's a little event or just going out to eat, a walk, anything, I gotta minimize that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but I gotta minimize the hangout time. Other than that, I feel like it could be done. It could definitely be done.
How many fights do you do a year, you say?
That's the thing. So when I started getting into the underground fights, the money was paying me so good, and then everybody actually started to see me fight, and people know me a little bit. So when I got into the underground fights, half of the city was like, "Oh my God, Ariana, that's you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Hey.
Damn.
And so I had a lot of support from people I did not know, people who I did know. I had a lot of support, and then I started to get even more eyes on me when I took it out the city. So when I started doing underground fights in Dayton, I want to say I took it out to Cincinnati and then Columbus, and they was loving me out there. And when I took it out to Louisville, I showed my ass in Louisville because I wasn't even expecting. Because I had a fighter, but she didn't show up. she didn't show up. So I actually started to get nervous because they like, Ariana, it's a girl down in the ring right now. And they like, she waiting on you. She down there sitting there, crisscross applesauce, talking about, bring her down here, I'll handle her. And I'm like, I don't even know what this girl look like. You know what I'm saying? And I really am a buck 130. Like, I'm literally 130. Like, I just weighed in at the time. And then back then, I was small. My weight kind of go up and down, literally depending on what I eat. Like, I was bouncing at 130 and 140. Maybe 145, the most 150, but I barely even get there. I gotta really, really eat and stack up on protein and lifting to get that much weight. But I was small, so when I get down there, no, I didn't even get down there yet because I started to take my gloves off. I took the Vaseline off my face. I'm thinking I'm about to get paid a little $100 for reimbursing my gas money or something, but they were like, "No, Ariana, just go down there, just go beat her up. I promise you got this. I ain't gonna lie, everybody thinking I'm like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, bro, I done went to go fight a ghost before, and at the time when I went to go fight a ghost for the first time, I was fresh, and so no, I wasn't fresh. I just didn't spar a lot, so that's what it was. But I'm friends with that girl to this day too. That's my baby. But I went to go fight a ghost before, and I got my ass whooped, right? And then I went back up there the next day, and I beat her ass. So that was that experience. So when I'm over here about to go fight a ghost again, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, Ariana, you got this.
Oh.
So I go downstairs and I'm looking at her and I was like, oh man, this is about to be cake. I just kind of she was just too confident. And I was just, it was her confidence was feeding me in a way. So I was just like, man, I'm about to get this out the way. And after the first round, I did something. I did a little lean back and I came in 1, 2, 3 and oh my God. It's on my Instagram account right now, but whenever you get a chance, I'll send it to you. I literally did something and I just looked, I hit her with like a 3-piece or a 4-piece and I literally watched her fall. Like my hands was down to the floor at that point. Like I just watched her fall.
That must be like that must be like the biggest adrenaline rush for a fighter, right?
It really was. Like that shit turned me up. Like I know how the guys feel when they get like a good hit off and they be like, yeah. I know how that feel because I was lit. The person that was in my corner at the time too, he was like, you gotta calm down, stay focused. I'm like, you're right. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, don't waste the energy, but yeah.
I did it again. I knocked that girl down at least I knocked her down. I think every round I knocked her down. No cap.
Damn.
And that was good too because I wasn't expecting to fight her or nothing, and I was personally scared because I was fighting the ghost. So when I went down there and I showed my ass, oh yeah, the city ate that shit up. I loved it, and I wasn't from there, so they ain't never seen me before.
Man, I got 2 questions, and I got one about the underground thing. Can you tell me? Well, you say you got paid well. Like, what would a fight pay? Can you tell me?
Okay, so the winners, they get $300 off rip.
Okay.
But, as you fight, they throw money in the ring. If it starts to look good, they'll throw some money in the ring if they get good hits off. And I was getting good-ass hits off. And I want to say I split money once or twice with the girls. I split money once or twice. But I had went through something with another fighter once upon a time. And I really beat this girl up. I really beat her up. And I was like, damn, did I really say? I guess I forgot that I said I was gonna split the money with her.
Damn it.
But, yeah. So when it came down to it, I'm like, damn, I don't even feel like I should split this money because I really just put on a show and I came late. But me coming late and I put on a show for them motherfuckers. You understand? I ain't gonna lie. I beat that girl up. I beat her up. I had her running around the ring and shit. I beat her up. And I just felt like I shouldn't have split the money. But I was like, you know what? I'll split this money one last time because I won't be splitting shit else. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta pay for medical bills.
No money.
You gotta pay for the medical bills, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go get some Epsom salt for this.
She needs some ice packs, 100%.
Right. So I want to say the most I've ever gotten paid from an underground fight, though, I got $600 just to fight for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Because each round was like a minute or a minute and 30. Nah, it was a minute. Because them girls, they couldn't go that long. You know,
$200 a minute.
Everybody was a trainer or a trainee or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't that good in the I ain't had that many amateur fights, you know what I'm saying? So I never really fought, but I just trained. So it was okay. But $600 was the most I made. And I think the least I've ever made from a fight was like $100.
But still, yeah, the other one though, that's $200 a minute.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't gonna
Run it.
I love underground fighting. It's an adrenaline rush. I'm an adrenaline junkie anyways. So that shit was a rush. It was fun. Only thing that I don't like about underground fighting is when everybody's smoking weed and tobacco in one fucking building and ain't no circulation in there and you expecting people to
Right. And you're getting stoned as hell trying to eat something.
Yes. I'm high while fighting. Like what the what? Oh my lord. Yeah. It's a rush. It's a good rush though. But it's also an occasion where you get your shit and you go. You don't stay around for nothing for real.
Right. So can I ask, is this legal or not legal? Okay, I'll take that answer. Is it like, okay, so there's a boxing movie called Gladiator. You ever heard of it?
I have not.
It's got Cuba Gooding Jr. in it when he was younger, and this white cat. I think they're in Detroit or Chicago, but it's an underground thing. And I'm like, I wonder if it's like that, where it's a bunch of people and they're in suits and they got money, and because I knew of a place in Rockford that's a church, and in the basement they have cockfighting. So it's a perfect cover-up because you think people are there for church and they're literally there to watch chickens kill each other, which is disgusting.
That's crazy because I only seen that shit in the movies.
True story.
I can't really do that in real life.
Oh yeah. Lots of people, they get busted too. Yeah. Same thing with pitch fights, and I hate all that. I love animals, so I don't believe in that shit.
Right? Like what?
I don't.
Crazy.
Nope. But I just was wondering if it's like the movies where it's in some undisclosed location and then you guys are all fighting and people got money out and it's just like that.
Say that one more time.
I said I was just wondering if it was like the movies where it's like an underground building or at a building nobody knows yet, and they send you a text message where the location is, and there's a bunch of people in suits and they have money handing out.
It's crazy because I thought about doing like real underground fighting once, just once, and I was like, damn, like I probably gotta I probably gotta go to the trenches to probably find some shit like that, don't I? Cause yeah, but then again, I was like, if I go do underground, I might as well just go do raw. What is it? Raw knuckles.
Like bare knuckles, yeah.
Yeah, bare knuckle. Yeah, bare knuckle. I might as well just go do bare knuckle or something.
Well, dang, I just had another really good question and I forgot what I was gonna say. Darn it. I don't know. I guess one thing I was gonna ask is if you study the fighter, if you know the opponent coming up, if you study or not, because I know a friend of mine that's an MMA fighter. I'm not gonna say his name. But he's a decent fighter. I think he came from jiu-jitsu or some martial art before. But he had a fight coming up, and it was in Mexico. And his dude was way taller than him. And I'm like 6 inches taller than him. And I told dude, I was like, you're sounding mighty cocky, my guy, and you haven't watched him fight. But if I were you, I would at least get an idea of his style because you're not used to fighting somebody 6 inches taller than you. Because I know that would be a problem for me. I'm 5'6". So if I'm fighting the 6'4", 6'4", what? They got different reach. You know what I mean? So, and he sure shit lost. And that's why he came back and I was like, hey, my guy, I kind of gave you a warning. You know what I mean? Because it seems like when you get over cocky, like you got to be confident, but the over cocky shit like can get in your way so much. So I was wondering, do you study or no?
Yes, do study. It's just the recent girl that I had, she didn't even have a lot of footage. So I literally, when I tell you, this is actually a good question, right? Because this is how to the bone, down to the bone I am, right?
Right.
So this girl, she doesn't have no footage for on her Instagram account, and I mean none. So I'd have to like go from like an Instagram account to another Instagram account to get her like tagged in whatever she was tagged in. But it showed like a highlight of her last fight that she just had. So I'm looking at it, but they made the highlights just enough to where it made her look good, I feel like. So when I go look at it, I'm like, she only throwing a jab and a 1-2. That's literally all I seen. She wasn't throwing those. She wasn't walking her opponent down. She wasn't, just aggressive, or just, it wasn't giving like, damn, I should be worried, or, she look a little strong, or, it wasn't giving that. It was just like, this is all she got. So I'm like, okay. So I had to do something else. So I inboxed the girl that she fought. And I'm like, hey, girl, do you have any footage from your fight with Allie, blase. I don't see nothing on her page. She was like, you're not gonna see anything on her page. She likes to. She's a runner for real. That's what I was told. Told that she was a runner. You know, when you throw a punch or two and then you back up the whole fight, kind of spin around in circles, which is like what we said earlier, dancing.
Yeah.
She dances a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, she's a dancer. I'm like, okay. But I already don't like chasing no opponent down, because it's like if we already scrapping, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, that street fighting in me a little bit. It's like go toe to toe with me. So when I realized, I'm like, oh my God, that's another thing too. When I was fighting her, just when I got tired, I'm looking at her like, bro, she's starting to run. So I'm about to chase her. I'm like, man, I'm not chasing this girl. So I was standing there for a second. I'm like, okay, come walk me down. I'm about to knock. But studying, yes, I done went so far as an inbox her last fighter to see what was up with her, and she said she didn't even have footage because something about they couldn't record or something like that. But I got relayed the message. She just threw a 1-2, a little jab. She got a good jab on her, and that's really about it. And she run, but I got energy for a runner, and I like to throw more than just a jab and a 1-2. And I learned that my jabs is what get me able to do my crazy ass punches. Like when I throw a good ass right or hook, and I step to the side, my jabs is what get me in there every time.
So what's your training look like, Ariana? Are you like an everyday you have to put something towards your physique or boxing in general, or like how often are you in the gym? Like, tell me don't spill all your secrets, but you know what I mean. I know they're listening.
That's the thing. I'm super outgoing. So whether it's doing boxing or at the gym lifting, I also just got into biking. Well, I've been into biking for about a year now, but I keep up on biking so I can do some type of legs if I don't go lift or if I don't go running, anything like that. But recently I'm about to get back more into running, because stamina is key, you know?
100%.
Key.
And that's one reason, like me, when I like boxing too. And one thing I learned in the Navy, I walked into a gym on base, and I instantly heard this dude hitting a speed bag. And I'm like, what is that right there? They're like, it's a speed bag. So I went and watched him, and it took me 3 days. And then I got really good. I love a speed bag. I need to get one for my house. It is like therapy as shit for me to hit a speed bag. Mm-hmm. I love it. Then you throw up like the double hits, front, go backwards, spin, all this shit, man. I love it. And I'd never quite understood everybody that wastes all their energy trying to bounce and jump around, because that you gotta like that is like you said earlier, a video game. Your stamina is going down every time you jump with those damn calf muscles. You're wasting some type of energy that. Instead, focus it to try to use it to your advantage. You know what I mean? Instead, study the opponent. That's what you're saying. Well, you just don't even give a shit. You just go in.
It's so fun. It's so fun. And then it's like another thing. I used to like fight with my eyes closed. Like I used to like squint really hard, and then at some point my eyes would be closed and then my head would be down. I used to have a real bad habit of that shit, but I stopped that bad habit. So when I actually throw some hits and I catch myself with my eyes open and I'm looking at my opponent and they ain't even looking at me, I literally get to throw whatever I want, and I literally it just look and feel good because I'm getting it off. I look like the people that I watch on YouTube. I love it.
Yeah,
fighting with some sense.
Yeah. So yeah, what's your training like? Like how often are you training?
Training 4 days a week, and sometimes on a Saturday. Okay. Sometimes I like my weekends to myself, but Saturday mornings, and 4 days a week.
Dang, nice.
I know. It's been a little slow now because I just lost my car recently on Mother's Day night. But
you lost it like
I tried to go lift.
You couldn't find it, or what do you mean?
The tire came off while I was driving, so we're working on getting a new car.
Dang, really?
I know, poo.
Well, wait. If the tire fell off, why do you need the whole car? Can't we just get a tire for you?
Yeah, I had to get it towed. It was 3 a.m. when it happened.
Damn it.
I should have had my ass at home. That was my fault. I should have had my ass at home.
Oh, I hate when that stuff is. But look at you. You learn your lessons. Hey, what's your zodiac?
I am a Virgo.
Oh, Virgo. Okay.
I bring peace and love.
Yeah.
Kill everybody walking.
I dated a few that I don't know. There's some of that. I mean, no, I'm kidding. But I better not say that. My baby mama's one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I heard it before. Yeah.
So, who are some people that you followed growing up, or even now, men, female, whatever, any type of fighter? Who are some people that inspire you? I guess you're like, ooh, I like their style.
And it's crazy how this is my favorite question. I ain't gonna lie. And I hope I meet these two ladies one day, Alicia Baumgartner and Clarissa Shields.
You will.
And it's crazy because the fighter that I just fought, she was able to meet Alicia Baumgartner, and I'm like, damn, how did you get involved into even meeting Alicia Baumgartner? Like, I would love to know. But then again, I don't know if I'm gonna really be too much in contact with them, because I think they didn't think that I was gonna beat up that girl like that. So,
well, you don't know. Maybe they would be interested.
Yeah, but then again, work harder, play harder. She can come back from work. She always wants another round, another fight.
Man, you ever heard of
She can redeem herself.
You ever heard of a vision board?
A vision board?
Yeah. You should make one. You go to the Dollar Tree when you got a couple bucks. Get yourself a nice little big board, or just like that, those little poster board things. And then you take pictures and goals and you put them on that board and you look at it every day. So I would have that Alicia chick on there, and I'd have other things you have on there, and you look at it and you got to say, like you said, I hope. You don't say I hope. You say when I meet her, because you will. You will. You can.
I will too.
Well, what if it's the day when you have? Does she still fight?
Ooh, yes, she do, actually.
What would you do if you had to fight her? Ooh, you've never thought of it? Come on now.
That's honestly that would be a really good fight too, because, yeah. And you don't know if you know her or not, Clarissa Shields, she was popping her corn not too long ago, saying if any street fighter or any female boxer or street fighter if they can beat her, or if they fight her, they can get $100,000. And I'm like, ooh,
I need this car.
You hear? So I'm like, all my friends and stuff, they tagging me on Facebook. They like, Ariana, go find you a trainer. Get her. I'm like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. If I was to gain weight, be the same weight as Clarissa, and get the right amount of training like she does, I feel like I could definitely take her. She aggressive and I'm aggressive.
So, why not? Why not? Now that I have your number, I'm gonna ask you this every day. I'm gonna text you every day. Now I have your number. Just no, I'm just kidding. And I'm gonna be like, what's up? Because, dude, why not? That would be sick. Even the fact if you lose, whatever, how many people are gonna send that message? To be, you know what I mean? Because you could have been like, you know what? I could have done it. You know what I mean? Don't regret. No regrets, player. Life's too short.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see them one day.
Yeah.
One day.
What does your mom and dad think now that they're like, okay, well, she's not playing. She's good at this. Well, what does your mom say? Is she at your fights?
I still have not got my mom to come to an amateur fight. She wasn't coming to the underground, that's for sure. She might have came to one underground fight. I think she came to one.
Really?
She came to one. Yeah, but I think it was... No, she was supposed to come, but she didn't come. But I was actually really glad that she did not come, because when I say you get your money and you leave, you don't stay around, that's exactly what I mean, because they started shooting. Somebody had got into an argument.
See?
And, it was something about somebody grabbed a wad of money out of another dude's pocket.
Oh, no.
And but, people be in there drunk, they be in there high. They not, you feel me, everybody intoxicated. Niggas be feeling themselves.
Yeah.
So someone went down with some money and shit, and everybody, they would keep shooting outside. But the shooter sounded so close to inside. So we didn't know what to do. But either way it go, it was a real, everybody was in there screaming and running around for their life. Like,
yeah, that's traumatic.
It was a little scary.
Yeah, that's traumatic. I can see that, because, man, there's stray bullets all the time. I've witnessed stuff all the time. There's one time, man, my grandma had passed away on July 4th, and one of my friends invited me over to watch fireworks after fireworks, and these dudes got drunk and walked outside and were shooting bullets up in the sky. And I'm like, you damn idiots, man. We got kids walking around. What happens when they come back down, playa? You know what I mean? Like, come on. People do not think of the innocent bystanders, dude.
And I actually seen something like that before, not in person, but have you ever seen 1,000 Ways to Die? That old TV show?
Man, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, okay, so on one of the TV shows, on 1,000 Ways to Die, it was literally showing somebody like shooting in the air. They were at a lake or something. They were shooting in the air. Fire. And it was like the last one that he shot. It wasn't at an angle. He shot it directly up, like right over their head. And he was like, he jumped from the hot shell, and then he stood there for a second like, ooh, it was just a shell. And next thing you know, it came back in the collarbone of his neck.
Oh my God.
Yes, and he just started bleeding out. Don't know if it was real or not, but hey, you know, 1,000 Ways to Die. They make us some scenarios and they just act it out. But that's a real thing. A bullet has no eyes. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. No, I'm good on all that right there. So, are you?
Gloves up.
Do you have plans? Do you have plans for like merch and shit like that, or what do you do for a normal job? What do you do currently?
I am about to start on the 10th. I'm going to be an Amazon delivery driver. I really like warehouse work, for real. So I don't know how long I'm going to be delivering for them, but I'm about to be a delivery driver right now. So I just try to get my quick little full-time, part-time out the way, because I'm really needy. So
right.
As much as I be needing some money and wanting to buy shit, save up and sit on money.
What's your weakness? Is it shoes, hats, what?
You said, what's the question?
What's your weakness? What's your spending weakness?
Oh Lord, food, steak, seafood, steak and seafood. I go broke right now over some damn food. Like I really realized, like, damn, I just spent. I remember one time I went to a seafood spot and I actually got a boil, but I knew I had extra money on me, so I was like, I didn't really care how much I was spending. But after I done got the bill, I was like, oh my God. I guess I was just ordering, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really looking at the price because I knew I had a lot of money on me. But when I got the bill, I was like, oh my God. My friend was like, she's like, what, Ariana, how much is yours? I'm like, girl, this shit said $179. She was like, $179? I was like, yes. I basically get like, at the time I was getting like extra food in my bag, so I eat as much as I could, and then I'm taking the rest home. So even if I eat as much as I want, I'm going to have leftovers, and it's going to come home with me. Or where I get steak, and I literally spend $50 on some steak.
I was going to say
$30, but I be wanting an appetizer. That's another $20.
Yeah.
$15 in a drink.
Yeah.
I'll spend some money on some food.
Yeah, me too. I love food. I love finding hole-in-the-wall places, too, because they make the best food.
Oh, my God, yes.
Well, man, dude, I appreciate your time, like, so much, and I can't wait to learn more about you and watch some fights. When's your next one coming up? Do you have already one scheduled?
Yes, I do, actually. We're going to be at the Black Expo in Indianapolis. Or Indiana. I think it's Indiana. Yeah, it's Indiana.
That's not far from me.
Indiana at the Black Expo. Exactly. But that one's a good fight. You should probably make it out to. I want to say that's going to be a part of USA Boxing.
You got pictures made? Will you sign something for me? Or if I brought like a boxing glove, will you sign a boxing glove?
Heck yeah.
My dude already got a couple. I've lost like one of each pair, so now I got two random ones. That'll work out right.
I love that. I promise, yeah. I already feel like I'm going to be big one day, so this is going to be looked back on for sure.
Yeah, man, sick. So how can people help you or follow you? Where do they find you at?
I usually do Instagram and TikTok.
Okay. And you're the pretty _fighter_ or something? Or wait, that's it?
The pretty hitter.
Oh, pretty hitter. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty hitter. Pretty _hitter_. Yes. Yeah. On Instagram and TikTok. Again, this is Ariana Juniel, and she's a female boxer out of Ohio, and she is coming for you. I can't wait for this $100,000 because I want to see what car she buys. Maybe she'll get a camper so she can travel. I don't know, but she can do what she wants.
Camaro. Yeah. Get a Camaro.
A Camaro, yeah, and put down payment on a pad or something. Yeah. Yeah, or your own gym. Hey, come on now.
It's crazy because I thought about an all-women's gym before already. So if I don't go far with the boxing, I don't want to work for the rest of my life. So my own personal business would be an all-women's gym.
Okay, there you have it. Man, thank you so much for your time, girl. I appreciate it. This is great.
Heck yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening to the Catching Up with Carter and Fam Show. Please subscribe on our other social medias. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time on the Catching Up with Carter and Fam Show. Bye.